Hey guys, said I would do a video on a prong collar following a blog post. If you've never seen one, this is one around my neck now, and yes, it looks like some medieval torture instrument, and that's its downfall. People see these and basically lose the plot because they think if you put spikes into a dog's neck, it's going to cause loads of pain, loads of discomfort, and your dog's going to hate you forever. Obviously, couldn't be farther from the truth. As with most of these positive only Johnnies. What is it? It's a tool. That's all it is. Everything that you have, everything that you use with your dog is a tool. Be it prong, collar, flat buckle, leash, harnesses, halties, gentle leaders, whatever. Everything is just a tool. All tools can be abused. You must understand that. So the danger with this is the idiot on the other end of the leash. This is a Hermsprenger prong collar. It's stainless steel. It's made in Germany. If you are ever considering using one, and I would recommend only in certain cases that you do, this is what they are. They are just a mix of links. The reason they are linked like this is because you have to size them to your dog so that they sit like this. They sit nice and comfy on the dog. This is not uncomfortable sitting like this, and it should be uncomfortable for your dog if you do it correctly. Now these things, don't know whether you can see, you should be able to, but every prong on this is rounded, so there's no sharp edges, nothing to cut or damage the dog with. So first thing, good quality. Hermsprenger, made in Germany, stainless steel. Now, back to it. What do we use them for? We use them for training. We use them to, as with all tools, we use them to communicate with the dog. Now, why would we use one of these? Is because it communicates very much along the lines of how a dog communicates with a dog. I.e., if you've ever seen dogs playing or jousting or whatever, you will see them heads, teeth, mouth around the neck of another dog, sort of biting into the other dog's neck. Not to cause any pain, just to, it's a primal thing. It's about showing dominance. It's about learning how to, I suppose it's learning how to kill, ultimately getting another dog around the neck. But you will also see mother dogs carrying their puppies by getting hold of the neck, carrying them. So dogs get used to having teeth around the neck, and this imitates teeth around the neck. So therefore, when we communicate with the dog, we're communicating in the language that a dog understands. Would we use them in all cases? No. It must be the right tool for the right dog in the right circumstance. So if you've got a dog that's not listening to your communication when you're using a flat buckle collar or a slip leash, and generally your dog won't listen to you if it's if it's on harness. It'll listen to you if it's on a halty, because it is an aversive. I've seen many more dogs on halties thrashing around and being much more vocal and in distress than I ever have on one of these. This is a very, very humane tool if you use it correctly. When we fit them on a dog. You would fit them as high up the neck as possible, because that's the thinnest part of the dog's neck. We don't want them down at the base of the neck, because again, all the strength, all the power of the dog is at the base of the neck and in the shoulders, and that gives your dog leverage. So what that means is if your dog's got leverage, you need to use more force to stop the dog. More force obviously means more discomfort to the dog, so we want to be as kind to the dog as possible, put it high up. You need to use as minimal force as possible and communicate to the dog with the least discomfort. because it's, you know, it does stick into your neck, it does cause minor discomfort, but that's the reason that it works so well. With these, what we do is we, obviously you've got the lead attached to the back of it, to the where it attaches on, and dog goes ahead of you slightly, and you want to tell the dog not to go ahead of you, and you go with the leash. Dog gets a slight bite around the neck, bit of discomfort. I think so, okay, I'll listen to you. And that's all we're asking the dogs to do with every single tool that we use. And if you've seen my videos on training with a flat buckle collar, the tool is all about communication. Every tool is about communication. Ideally, we want the dog to be just listening to our voice and our body. But in the meantime, while we're trying to get there, we use whatever tool is going to be the fairest to the dog, to get it out of a state of mind in the quickest possible time. Does that make sense? The tool we use needs to be the tool which will get the dog from being in an anxious, stressed state of mind in the quickest possible time in the fairest manner. Because if we use a tool that is going to leave the dog in a distressed state, or keep the dog in a distressed state any longer than it needs to be, then that is not the right tool at the right time for the right dog. And that is actually being cruel to a dog by prolonging its unstable, its stressed, its anxious state. It's not an abusive thing at all. A lot of people would have you believe, just because of the way it looks, that all you're doing is damaging your dog when you use these things. But same thing again, if you're going to get one of these things, you feel you need one of these things, consult a professional, and also learn how to use them properly. Again, it's all about fairness to the dog. It's not about causing the dog any pain. It's about speaking to the dog in a language that the dog understands, and being fair to the dog. Now,